we have been saying it's not an event, it takes time. In government service delivery framework, there may be some states done well, some states are still struggling, and some states in the process of building the infrastructure, data registration, data integration, and then creating a web-enabled application to deliver services. Is a long way to go in government. So that is one part of the story. But see, the idea is not to do G2C only. Idea is to create enterprise entrepreneur to meet the demands of cities in rural India, and which can be used by government to deliver government services. We have been always saying the CSC is not a government outlet; it's a private outlet to be used by government, and that is how the differentiator. And these enterprises, we met almost all the places. They are very young, very good, enthusiastic entrepreneurs. See, it's good to see that in rural India there is a huge vibrancy of enterprises being built by young entrepreneurs. Today's news item says 1 in 3 out of rural India doesn't have a job. I think ICT and this framework can create the framework for enabling cities and rural India to become employment. Common Service Center for all of us is a vision, a dream come true in the sense that empowering communities to get what they want and become almost equal to, it's a virtual road being created to facilitate citizens to drive services at the doorstep. Thank you very much.
Now I would invite Manoj Kumar, he is Chief Finance Officer and Senior VP RICO. He would make a presentation and introduce about himself also.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me say that we from RICO are truly delighted to be a part of this event over here, which truly underlines the commitment of the government of Uttar Pradesh to strengthen information technology in the state. The subject of today's session, small is beautiful, is very, very relevant because I would say to a large extent the IT growth today is being driven by the SME segment, which is present in abundance in tier 2, tier 3 towns. Not only IT growth, I would say this segment is also driving our economic growth to a very large extent. To share our thoughts on how information technology can benefit SME and how SME segment can benefit information technology and how corporates like RICO can play a very important role in this transformation, there is a presentation which I'd like to share with you. There are quite a few people who I met today who said they had heard of RICO in the context of being a major office automation player, and that they would like to understand more about how RICO is transforming into also being a major player in the business of IT services. So to begin with, I'd like to share with you something about RICO as an organization. I think I would need some help over here to flip these slides. Yes, please. Yeah. Okay. So RICO in India is a part of RICO Global, which is RICO community. We have 3 logistics centers, and notably RICO India has 2 data centers. The primary data center being in Calcutta and the secondary data center being in New Delhi. So that's the reach which we have across the company. And over here, we have tried to bracket the services, products and the solutions which RICO provides to its customers. So what we would say is that in the space of office products as well as in the space of the automation, there are 3 broad segments: imaging, IT services and communications, and I would say all 3 complement each other. So no one pillar can stand on its own. It needs the support of the other 2 pillars, because if you were to just take a look at it, in each of these 3 segments, the products and services which have been mentioned over here are very, very essential for the growth of the other 2 pillars as well. Especially in the field of IT services today, we have seen products which are IT enabled and which not only meet the basic needs of office automation but also fulfill the IT needs of its users. In our view, in order to fulfill the IT needs of customers and more particularly the growing IT needs of the SMEs across the globe, there are 3 major layers, and in RICO we are present in all these 3 major layers, and we feel that through this we can make our contribution towards serving the needs of the very important to run this infrastructure. So which includes the various applications, the software, and which again has a very important need for the SME segment given the specific and the unique nature of their business. And finally, the business processes. So which is basically the consulting space and generating the need and making the user aware of the various IT requirements that it has, which is particularly so for the SMEs, since many of the corporate users and the government users to a large extent already are maybe aware of this need which they have. And we at RICO are a one-stop solution provider to take care of all these needs which a customer may have regardless of the segment into which they may fall. These are the various imaging and communication products which RICO deals in, but I would say that these are the products which any user of office space across the globe would require. And also, not to miss the two pictures which you see on this slide to the extreme right, denote the direction which the business is taking across the globe. So we are now moving towards management of document services, which is very, very essential. So instead of just being a box player, the world is now moving towards solutions and consultancy and on how to best manage their documents, keeping in mind the impact of the green environment across the globe. The basic infrastructure portfolio stands on 6 pillars, which may be data center solutions, network and security, virtualization and application delivery, backup and disaster recovery, infrastructure management services, and cloud and software services. And I would say these are very, very essential ingredients to fulfill the IT needs of any user, whether it's SME or it's corporate or it's government. And under these 6 pillars, there are a host of services which we at RICO provide to the customers, and we have also been engaging with various state governments, including the government of Uttar Pradesh, on several such projects which at RICO, I would say, in order to meet the specific needs of SMEs and also in a much broader perspective to meet the needs of corporates and government, we have a basic application delivery platform which is what we call RICO Docs. On this platform, we have the capabilities to build applications which meet the specific needs of the customers. We have been building these applications and delivering them to the customers in the field of e-office, CRM, document management, digitization, ERP, and warehousing management. But this list is not exhaustive. It can be customized to meet any other specific need of the customer as well. So while we have the capability to develop applications on this platform and sell it to the customer, we also host this platform on our cloud for our customers to use it for developing various applications which they may stand in need of. Finally, a word on RICO cloud and software services to take this forward. So cloud is a buzzword, and we know that because of the cost considerations, many customers these days prefer to use cloud. So there are various cloud services which we offer and which in particular could also be of interest to various SME users. So these are software as a service, infrastructure as a service, desktop as a service, remote monitoring, platform as a service, disaster recovery as a service, and the remote backup. These are the various facilities and the services which we offer to our customers on our cloud, and this cloud can be implemented. On the topmost, I would say, is UID enrollment. So I heard speaker speak about G2C. So G2C is one area where RICO is quite active and has been doing a lot of business in various states. Also, Government of Uttar Pradesh, RICO, has been doing business in the form of IT infrastructure solutions to various departments of the state government. We have been doing good business with Government of Assam, which is more in the nature of manifesto selling, plus also some cloud-based services that we have provided to the Government of Assam as well as Chhattisgarh. We also provide IT infrastructure solutions for Department of Healthcare to Government of Tamil Nadu, and also we have a main contract for desktops and storage e-library projects for Government of Bihar. These are some of the specific deals that we have chosen, but in addition we also have various BPSUs, BFSI segment, and customers in the other focus industry verticals like education, healthcare, manufacturing, and insurance as highly satisfied IT customers of RICO. Incidentally, first time, some of our unique achievements include our strategic worldwide relationship with IBM, which we enjoy. We are a platinum partner for HP for the entire Asia Pacific region. We are gold partners for Microsoft, Oracle, Checkpoint, and Dell. We have, as I mentioned before, the check printing which gets done on using Rico printers. In addition, we have a whole lot of certifications which have been provided to us by bodies in India as well as globally, which are all listed down over here. And I would say that in addition to this, coming specifically to IT services, the 2-tier data centers that we have hold us in very good step to deliver IT services to our customers, particularly those in the SME field. And finally, this is the basic infrastructure using which we are able to deliver IT products to our customers. Thank you so much.
Mr. Manoj Kumar, there is one thing that there are announcement today. Honorable CM of UP is Akhilesh Yadav will be joining us before 5 p.m. today. So we can wait for. Next, I will invite Sushil Kumar Yadav. He joined Managing Director of UPS ITC. UPS ITC is a government of Uttar Pradesh vehicle for portion of industrial development in the state. I would invite him to share his views.
और उसको उस पेज को ना जो फोटो जब अपलोड हो जाएंगे ये तो उस पर मतलब बाकी पेजेस से सब पे शेयर कर देंगे इस बारे में
Distinguished panelists,
अपलोड होने वाले सेशन वो फ्रेंड्स इनवाइट कर दिया
I'm representing the State Industrial Development Corporation,
फोटोज मेरे पास इनऑर्डर किया
which is the main vehicle for providing an industrial platform. In a brief, I would like to mention that approximately in the last 40 years since inception of our optical land for the IT purpose, we are looking for in the IT sectors like Kusi Kotman and Chola, the anchor unit or maybe the indigenous unit, that keeping in depending upon the requirement, we will change our policy. One great achievement we are carrying out is the Trans-Ganga project, in which, like Gurgaon, we are providing 150 towers and the flatted factory system and factory organizations, and a story can be purchased by any of the IT sector people, so their production cost will be joined in an infrastructure manner. Keeping in view the IT requirement, the major hazard problem by the Supreme Court is the e-wastage. For this, in our Trans-Ganga project, we have appointed one consultant who is carrying out the study in how the e-wastage can be, the problem of the e-wastage can be resolved. As you must have aware, in the first session, our Chief Minister, I am not sure whether he was there, we have already announced an IT city in Lucknow, which we will be the partner. We are looking forward whether this will be a single partner, it will be the process of tendering. Another
कैमरा ऑफ हो जाएगा
that is called the Eastern Freight Corridor, starting from the Amritsar to Calcutta. And as per the World Bank studies, we are converted into the 3 clusters in UP. More than 60% portion of that Eastern Freight Corridor is passing through UP. 3 clusters, one major cluster is Auraiya, Kanpur area. Another is the Banaras and Allahabad. And third cluster is between Aligarh and nearby vicinities. And as per the World Bank study, we are carrying out the industrial corridor in that area. And that industrial corridor will providing each cluster will having a separate units for the IT sector in that area. So the happening place for the industrial development and IT sector or any other sector will be on along this Eastern Freight Corridor. And for your information, UPSIDC will be playing a vital role in providing the industrial area in a 3 manner. One is the PPP mode, in
in which we and any private partner or industry who want to set up a unit or a park which he is capable of selling to other industry, we will provide a joint, even our equity participation, way of land providing, way of money, and we will be regulating as per our state requirement, and this is a joint venture. Even if the private partner wants to regulate the area himself by the government of India norms for the IT sector, we will be fully open to give all the by the special purpose vehicle. We will be in a dormant role, and the major role will be played by the private industries in the formation of that IT special purpose vehicle. Third is there, we can provide any private entrepreneur want to come, he can pool in his land with us. We will provide the regulatory authority, and he will be basic owner, and he will be allotting the land to the SMEs in that area. And the area which we selected is near Kanpur district, which is in the process of building up that thing. Railway is also making a logistic hub in the same area. So, in fact, they have carrying out for the container transportation, say another terminal for their loading of the containers, etc. In a central UP, we have planning to have one near the Kanpur, I have told you, Transganga project. We have enhanced for the IT sectors, where we will providing the banking facilities, sewer facilities, water facilities, and a small portion will be reserved for the training center, like a common facility center. We will be providing this training for the people, where this skilled job of manpower can be trained by a common facility center, by the special purpose vehicle, or by the organization, or by the industry. That depending on the way we are going to progress it. Even like my friend have earlier mentioned, Mr. Tyagi, regarding in a small township manner where this service center can be opened. So for that purpose, we have our growth centers, that is approximately, their number is around 29 or 30 growth centers are there. So if anybody wants, it is a very small area, and the land is very cheap in those areas because the cost of infrastructure is very little, so we provide on the no profit and no loss basis. And we hope UP state will provide a proper infrastructure and proper platform for the IT people, those who are interested. I welcome on behalf of my government and my organization to all of you. Any query, any facilitation, we are most welcome to ask. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Yadav. In fact, we have to reorganize them. So I will request the speakers to be here, and now it is only 3 minutes. I will invite Mr. Sri Parsati. He is a partner in Deloitte and national leader in technology and risk services in the government sector. He is focused on around SMEs and the influence of IT.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure and honor to be here in UP presenting some of the things with regards to small is beautiful. When I came here, I thought when small is beautiful, I think the focus from my side was predominantly on micro, small and medium enterprises, and the focus in terms of what is the journey that they basically take as they move into this particular segment. The focus of my presentation would be not only in terms of SME from an IT sector, but also SMEs who are in other sectors who would need specific capabilities related to IT and the IT enablement of that particular sector. As all of us know from our India story perspective, the journey that India really takes on, it has taken in terms of IT, there's been a significant and phenomenal growth with the advent of computerization and the world getting flat with the internet and the advancement of technology, rapid advancement of technology. I think in energizing the industry, one of the key sectors, and this is a finding from NASSCOM, and if you look at the IT organizations which are part of NASSCOM and look at the broad specifics, you have IT services, you have BPO, you have product development, and you have others. And if you look at the right side of the graph, 67% of these particular enterprises are small and medium enterprises. So the focus has to be on small and medium-sized enterprises. Of course, none of these enterprises would really want to be small for a very long time. They all aspire to become the very large enterprises. But the environment that we need to provide here, whether it's the IT part or whether it's in the stage in terms of the technology part, is to actively promote this particular segment, encourage them, provide the kind of environment, financing and other things that they would really require. Importance of the SME, as I said, micro, small and medium. There's a clear categorization based on how they are categorized. In the manufacturing sector and service enterprise sector. In the service sector, micro is anywhere from 10 lakhs to small enterprises 2 crores, and then the medium is 5 crores. And enablement of these services, ultimately it is not only the responsibility of the government to do that, it is about how the private enterprise can enable a lot of these particular services, enable them so that they are available to the common citizen or to other users across the world. Importance of SME in the SME to the economy. They're vital and paramount in the development of any country, and this is very significant. SMEs in the emerging market not rely on labor intensive. So when you're looking at small and medium enterprises, while you're looking at IT enabling them, but they are also predominantly labor intensive. With the advent of cloud and others where organizations can actually, the barriers of entry are getting reduced, more of these organizations are going to be more IT enabled, but the traditional SMEs are significantly going to use the labor pool which is local in that particular market. They also prevent mass migration from rural to urban sectors. And the statistics say approximately 40% of the country's domestic production comes from SMEs. Almost 50% of India's total exports come from them. 45% of India's industrial employment is from SME, and 35 to 40% of the GDP accounts for more than 90% of all industrial employment. So that much more reason why we need to focus on this particular sector and really look at it. And another significant reason, the future of this country, and I picked this up from the Business Standard today. There's a poll that was conducted with regard to the younger generation, anybody who is 25 or below, and significant number of these people do not want to work in large corporations. They either want to set up their own businesses or they want to be entrepreneurs. So if you really look at the statistics on these, you would really look at you have a statistics here where significant portion of that particular population wants to essentially